Okay, let's dive right in. We've got this stack of material you shared, all focused on something that feels incredibly relevant, as the years tick by.
Mm.
How to maintain health, energy, and, well, that feeling of vitality.
It's a common experience, right? Feeling like the body just doesn't bounce back quite the way it used to.
Mhm.
Simple things suddenly require, well, more effort, and that natural energy seems harder to hold on to.
Yeah, and it's so easy to just sigh and think, okay, well, this is it. This is just aging, time to accept it. But the very first thing this material does is challenge that resignation. It pushes back pretty hard.
Absolutely. The fundamental message woven through these sources is powerful and, frankly, hopeful. It is never too late. You don't have to passively accept decline. You can actively work to regain strength, restore mobility, boost your energy levels significantly. And
Right.
the best part, it doesn't demand radical, like overwhelming changes.
That's the key takeaway for me. It's about making these small, intentional shifts that accumulate into big, tangible improvements. So, our mission for this deep dive is to unpack these sources and extract the 5 most impactful, easy to implement practices,
Yeah.
things you could potentially start doing, maybe even today, that this material suggests can truly transform your health and add not just years, but life to your years.
We've zeroed in on 5 core areas that repeatedly come up as
Rare.
crucial.
And speaking of impact, definitely stick around because the sources actually label the last 2 tips we'll get into as potential game changers. They really could revolutionize how you feel day to day and bring a fresh surge of vitality.
Hmm.
So, first up in this deep dive, let's talk about something really foundational: sleep. This material frames it as far more than just downtime, doesn't it?
It really does. The sources make it absolutely clear that sleep quality isn't a luxury. It's a vital, life-sustaining process with a, well, profound impact on long-term health, especially as we age. It's the cornerstone, really.
And I know so many people struggle with this, falling asleep, staying asleep, waking up and still feeling exhausted. It almost feels like a given as you get older.
It might be common, yeah, but this material argues pretty strongly that aging shouldn't be an excuse to accept poor sleep. In fact, it should be more of a motivator to prioritize rest. Your body actually needs it even more.
Okay, let's dig into why. What specific work is happening when we actually get good restorative sleep, according to these sources?
Well, it's described as a state of deep repair and rejuvenation. This is when crucial processes happen. Your immune system is fighting inflammation, building defenses, memory is consolidated, cognitive function gets enhanced, and overall mood is stabilized. It's literally rebuilding and resetting you for the next day.
And when that doesn't happen, when you're consistently short on quality sleep, especially, say, later in life.
The consequences detailed are significant. Things like forgetfulness,
Mm.
difficulty concentrating, that persistent mental fog where even simple decisions feel hard. Your body is effectively running on fumes, making everyday tasks feel like huge burdens.
Ah.
It also heightens stress, which can lead to irritability and frustration. And for older adults who might already be experiencing some natural shifts, even small sleep deficits can disproportionately drain energy, patience, and just overall happiness.
That sounds, well, pretty debilitating. But the good news is the material says you can reclaim this. It's not a lost cause.
Not at all. No, the message is really empowering. You can break free from the cycle of poor sleep by making intentional changes. It just starts with prioritizing it and creating the right conditions.
Like what kind of conditions? What simple, practical steps does the source suggest for preparing for sleep?
Really simple things, actually, like creating a calm bedroom environment, dimming the lights well before bed, maybe using soft lighting or even candles, practicing relaxation techniques like deep breathing or maybe taking a warm bath. It's all about signaling to your body and mind that it's time to wind down.
And the big no-no that comes up a lot?
Ah, yes, that's the electronic screens. The sources are very clear on this. The blue light emitted from phones, tablets, TVs, it suppresses melatonin.
Yeah.
That's the hormone your body needs to feel sleepy. So avoiding screens for at least an hour before bed is a really crucial step to allow your body to naturally prepare for restful sleep.
So it's reframed from just getting enough rest to actively, like, nurturing your mind, body, and spirit. Prioritizing sleep sets you up to wake up truly refreshed, recharged, and feeling vital. That's a great way to look at it.
Exactly.
Now, let's shift gears a bit. From the internal reset of sleep to how we navigate the physical world. The next point the sources highlight starts with a rather challenging question. How much time do you actually spend sitting down each day?
It's a question many of us probably avoid answering honestly. Sitting has become the default posture in modern life for work, for
Correct.
commuting, for relaxation. The couch, it feels like a refuge sometimes.
And it is comfortable in the moment. I mean, our bodies are designed to rest.
True, true. But this material delivers a pretty stark warning. While comfortable in the short term, prolonged sitting takes a significant kind of silent toll on your health. It's doing far more harm than you might realize immediately.
So it's not just about getting stiff joints or something simple like that.
No, it's much deeper. The sources describe it as a slow creeping danger. Think about the mechanics.
Mm.
When you sit for extended periods, your circulation slows down, especially in your lower legs and feet.
Mm.
This means your heart has to work harder to pump blood back up. Muscles weaken from disuse, flexibility erodes. It's a whole cascade.
And this directly impacts that fear, that sort of fear of losing independence as we age.
Absolutely. The material strongly links prolonged sitting to the erosion of functional movement. Simple actions like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, even just walking across a room become harder. This inactivity, it sort of accelerates the very decline that threatens autonomy and the ability to do the things you love.
It's also connected to a whole laundry list of health issues, isn't it?
Yes, it's definitely painted as a gateway behavior to chronic disease.
Yeah.
It significantly increases the likelihood of weight gain.
Hmm.
Your body is less efficient at processing fats when sedentary, impacting enzymes like lipoprotein lipase. This then raises the risk of associated conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and, unhealthy cholesterol levels.
And there's a mental health aspect too, right? I think I saw that mentioned.
Crucially, yes, lack of movement negatively impacts brain chemistry. It can potentially lower levels of mood-boosting neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. This makes you more susceptible to feelings of mental fogginess, anxiety, even depression. It's not just the body that suffers, the mind does too.
The term harsh reality is used because the damage isn't instantly visible, it creeps up.
Correct. It accumulates over time, like a snowball gathering mass rolling downhill. Each hour spent sitting adds to that snowball, eventually leading to reduced mobility, increased aches and pains, a body that feels heavy and unresponsive. It chips away at your ability to move freely and live life fully.
That's a powerful image, the snowball effect. But the material offers a clear path out, right? You don't need to suddenly train for a marathon or anything extreme.
Oh, far from it. That's the really liberating message here. The solution isn't intense exercise. It's consistent, accessible movement woven throughout your day. The sources stress that small changes done regularly yield significant results.
So what are those simple, actionable steps suggested? What can people actually do?
Things like stand up and move around every hour. Just get up, walk laps around your house while you're on the phone, march in place during commercial breaks while watching TV.
Okay.
Take the stairs whenever possible instead of an elevator. Park a little further away from the store entrance. These might sound almost insignificant on their own.
But they add up. Is that the idea?
Exponentially, yes. The emphasis is all on consistency, not intensity or duration. Even just 1 or 2 minutes of movement each hour makes a real difference. It boosts circulation, keeps muscles engaged, and helps counteract that snowball effect.
So the brief comfort of sitting needs to be weighed against the long-term cost to your freedom and vitality.
Precisely. Choosing to move now, even in these tiny ways, is an investment in maintaining independence and quality of life for years to come. It's really choosing movement over stagnation.
Okay, building on that idea of simple, accessible actions, the third powerful practice highlighted in this material brings us outside. It's the simple gift of sunlight.
It feels so intuitive, doesn't it? Just being outside in the sun. But these sources explain why it's so much more than just warmth. It's actually a vital force, especially as we age.
And there's a critical biological reason tied to aging, right? Something about vitamin D.
Yes, exactly. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. And vitamin D is absolutely essential for healthy bones, strong muscles, and a robust immune system.
So spending a lot of time indoors, which many people do, directly impacts those vitamin D levels.
It's a primary reason for deficiency, which is incredibly common, surprisingly common, and the consequences are concrete. Weakened bones, increased risk of osteoporosis, muscle weakness, stiffness, and even a higher likelihood of falls. It's a significant health boost that many are missing out on simply by staying inside too much.
The material frames stepping outside as one of the easiest, most effective, and, well, completely free ways to counter this.
Exactly. While our routines might naturally become more homebound with age, maybe for comfort or convenience, the sources pose this question. What if just a few minutes of sunlight exposure each day could unlock significant health benefits.
What are the key healing powers attributed to sunlight beyond the vitamin D?
Well, beyond vitamin D production, natural light exposure helps regulate your body's internal clock,
Mm.
your circadian rhythm.
Oh, right.
This is crucial for better sleep quality, which we just talked about, and it also directly impacts energy levels and mood. It's like a natural daily system reset.
Mm.
Plus, sunlight is just a powerful mood booster. It helps lift spirits.
And you don't need hours of sunbathing, right? That's not what they're saying.
Not at all, no. That's the beauty of it. The sources suggest that even a mere 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure on your skin each day, think arms and legs can be sufficient for vitamin D production and helping regulate your circadian rhythm. It's about creating a small, consistent habit, not a major time commitment.
The material includes a lovely personal observation about the immediate effect of sunlight, that feeling.
Yes, that feeling of aches, maybe soothing a bit, and spirits lifting almost instantly when you step outside after being indoors for a while. It's a powerful reminder of our connection to the natural world and how much our bodies actually crave that light and fresh air.
Practical advice includes using sunscreen, but not being, like, afraid of the sun.
Precisely. Protect your skin from burning, absolutely. But don't fear the sun to the point of avoiding it entirely. Embrace the opportunity for your body to absorb its benefits. That natural energy and the feeling of warmth are deeply nourishing, something we might crave more as we age.
So whether it's a short walk, maybe sitting on a porch, or even just standing by a sunny window for a few minutes, these moments are important.
They are essential. They ground you, they reset you, and they connect you to the cycles of nature. Making sunlight a daily practice boosts both physical health, strengthening bones, and immunity and emotional resilience, helping you feel more energized, present, and, frankly, calm.
It's a reminder to pause, breathe, and appreciate the simple power of nature's gifts. A little sunlight can indeed make a world of difference. Feels good, too.
It really does.
Now, let's talk about strengthening the very foundation of our movement, our legs. This is one of the areas described in the sources as a potential game changer. It's common to feel our legs changing with age, isn't it? Aches, less strength, that feeling that they just don't cooperate like they used to.
Absolutely. It can feel really disheartening, like your legs are becoming a barrier or even a source of fragility. That fear of losing the ability to move freely is very real when your legs feel unreliable.
It's easy to start seeing them as a burden almost.
It is. But this material offers a truly empowering counter-narrative. Your legs don't have to be obstacles. They can be rebuilt into trusted allies, supporting you with strength and stability again.
And the most inspiring part, it's explicitly stated it's never too late to do this. That really stood out.
That message is absolutely central to the material. Regardless of your age, whether you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or even beyond, the capacity to regain strength and control in your legs remains. Muscles respond to stimulus, plain and simple.
And again, you don't need a fancy gym full of equipment or intense, grueling training sessions.
No, that's the beauty and the core message here. The key is consistent, simple movement. Even just a few minutes each day dedicated to your leg strength can make a profound difference. Muscles might lose flexibility and strength with inactivity, sure, but the window for improvement never truly closes.
So it's about prioritizing movement, not necessarily pushing yourself to exhaustion. Small efforts count.
Exactly. It's about gentle, intentional effort. Strengthening your legs doesn't require complex routines. Just dedicate a few minutes daily, focusing on engaging those muscles.
Can you give us some specific, simple exercises the sources recommend, things people can actually visualize doing?
Sure. Things like sit to stands, using a sturdy chair for support.
Right.
Literally just practicing standing up and sitting down slowly and controlled. Using resistance bands for simple leg extensions or curls to build tone and strength in the thighs and hamstrings.
Okay.
Even seated leg raises, just lifting your leg straight out or bending your knee while sitting, are effective for engaging lower body muscles without putting a lot of strain on joints. Very accessible.
And why are these simple movements so vital beyond just muscle tone? Why the game changer label?
This is where it gets really impactful.
Yeah.
Stronger legs directly translate to improved balance and stability.
Right.
This significantly lowers the risk of falls, which is, as you know, a major concern as we age. But perhaps even more impactful is the return of confidence and, critically, your sense of independence. It's not just about physical strength, it's about reclaiming agency over your mobility, feeling secure.
So consistency really is the magic word here again, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
A few minutes dedicated consistently each day builds strength and confidence over time. It allows you to move through your day with greater ease and joy, feeling comfortable and secure on your feet. It's taking proactive charge of your physical freedom.
Every stand-up, every leg lift, every little step is an investment in staying stronger, more independent, and living a full, vibrant life. You
Yeah,
can really see why this simple focus on legs is such a powerful takeaway.
definitely.
Which brings us to our final key practice from the sources, the other game changer they highlight, the wonderfully inclusive practices of yoga and Tai Chi.
Yeah, this material really emphasizes how age brings wisdom, yes, but also physical challenges, stiffness, tightness, those moments where simple movements feel awkward or difficult, that feeling of maybe losing fluidity.
And yoga and Tai Chi are presented as a kind of lifeline in the face of those changes. That's a strong word.
Precisely. They require relatively small time investments, but, according to these sources, are capable of transforming not just your physical body, but your emotional and mental well-being too. A really holistic approach.
What makes them particularly well suited for people as they age, according to the sources?
Their incredible inclusivity. This is what the sources find so powerful. They aren't about achieving, pretzel-like poses or competing in any way. Whether you're 50, 70, or 90, yoga and Tai Chi can be adapted. They meet you exactly where you are, offering a safe space to stretch, heal, and gently build strength and flexibility. There are really no age barriers, just opportunities to grow.
And the benefits mentioned are pretty expensive.
Very extensive. They are powerful tools for improving flexibility and strength, yes, but also for reducing stress, boosting circulation, and fostering emotional balance. It hits on multiple levels.
The description of Tai Chi in the source material is quite beautiful, isn't it?
It is. It's called a dance for the soul, characterized by fluid, graceful, slow movements that are deeply meditative. It's described as moving in harmony with nature, feeling calming yet energizing, almost like meditation in motion. It helps you connect deeply with your body and your surroundings, offering a sense of calm and clarity that apparently persists long after the practice ends.
And how is yoga's capacity described? Similar focus.
It's described more as a practice of reconnecting with yourself. It's not about forcing your body into shapes you might see on Instagram or something. It's about listening to your body, honoring its current state, and moving with intention and awareness.
Right.
It builds strength and improves posture, which is vital as we age. But it equally nurtures the mind, helping maintain balance, both physical equilibrium and, importantly, mental steadiness.
So incorporating these practices is an investment beyond just the physical benefits then.
Absolutely. It's a profound investment in your mental and emotional resilience. In a noisy, busy world, these practices offer a pathway to finding inner peace. They help you become more present, calm, and grounded. They literally train you to slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with yourself, which helps you stay balanced in every sense of the word.
And practicality is a big draw too, right? You don't need much.
Huge, yeah. You
Yeah.
don't need a special gym or lots of fancy equipment. A small corner of your living room, a quiet space in a park, any place where you can move comfortably will do. Just a few minutes of gentle, focused movement and breath work each day is enough to begin unlocking these potentially transformative benefits.
So the core message echoes the others we've discussed. It's never too late to begin something like this.
Never. Whether you're completely new to these practices or maybe returning after some time away, the physical, mental, and emotional benefits are readily available. Age doesn't diminish your ability to grow, heal, or find peace through movement. It simply adds depth, perhaps, to the journey. Taking that first step, no matter how small it feels, is the most important part.
So we've taken a pretty deep dive into the material you shared, pulling out these key insights on cultivating vitality as we move through the years.
Yeah, we've covered the 5 core areas highlighted in the sources. Prioritizing deep restorative sleep. Really challenging that sedentary default by integrating consistent movement, harnessing the simple power of daily sunlight exposure,
Right.
building foundational strength and independence through those simple leg exercises, and finally, exploring the deeply nurturing and inclusive practices of yoga or Tai Chi.
And the consistent, really empowering message across all these points is clear. You hold significant power to add life to your years by making small, intentional shifts in these key areas. It truly is never too late to start.
This material offers such a powerful perspective change, moving from an attitude of just accepting what happens as you age to actively, gently, and consistently cultivating well-being through these accessible daily practices.
So, for you listening right now, reflecting on these practices drawn from the sources, what resonates most? Which of these steps feels like maybe the most accessible first step for you to try adding to your day? perhaps starting even today.
Because ultimately, as this material really suggests, these simple acts aren't just about physical longevity or, holding back the clock. They are fundamentally about cultivating joy, maintaining independence, and truly finding presence, strength, and peace throughout all your years. What does that mean for your journey right now?